Glad to have you with us from glorious San Diego, California, America's finest city, as we get set to see who's going to come out on top in the Holiday Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the ground. Plows through the defense. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. I get it that the game is the primary thing about going to a bowl, but there's so many festivities surrounding it. Jesse, what do you remember about something you experienced?
There was a lot of pageantry when I think back to the bowl games I played in, and you have functions, you get to visit a brand new city, generally in warm weather, you get to meet the other team. There's some friendly competition. The biggest thing that stands out to me, though, was a street brawl against the Miami Hurricanes. Bourbon Street getting ready for the Sugar Bowl, about 120 feet. Hard to forget that.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. Fourth down, baby.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes this offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll try the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Clemson is quick to the line. Looking to pass. It's Simmons. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And the punt hits at the 6, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Pulls it in. And that's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
You've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Complete in the middle. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Big fella showing some ability. Got away from one tackle. Defense lucky they had a few more there to help.
Yeah, he's not a big stiff. He's not a blocking tight end. This guy can do some work out in the open field as well, and he showed you his athleticism.
The Tigers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Now on the move. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Morton. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Keeps the legs moving. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Back to the air one more time. Quickly complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump them the football, let them make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of them.
Snap it to the back. The Wolverines get enough to move the chains.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. They're getting this guy lathered up. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Clemson 7, Michigan 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Toss sweep to the right. Showing off the arms. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. And if you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. Well, guys, bowl season is here. Always fun to get these non-traditional matchups that you don't see regularly. What do you guys remember about playing in a bowl?
I think you remember all the moments throughout the season, throughout your career, and then it's the last time that you ever get these group of individuals together. You say goodbye to so many people, and it's kind of bittersweet, but always fun, Jesse, to dance with your boys one last time. But another thing, too, I love the swag bags personally. I love getting the gifts.
Yeah, I mean, to me, David, really, it was thinking about the tradition and history of...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And he puts through the extra point. after that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Now they'll run it on the toss. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. One thing I've noticed from talking to coaches about their approach to bowl games is how many of them use it as a springboard for next season. They try to focus on developing some of the new guys, maybe, that have joined them for the bowl practices.
I mean, you get 15-plus extra practices. You start to play and experience more as young guys. The older guys get a little bit more rest. But, yeah, you're building the future. You're building the foundation. You're working on your technique.
He's loose. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And, Reese, you can call him whatever you want to call him. You can call him a wide receiver. Nowadays, you can also call him a running back. These guys get the football so much. You hand him the football like this, and you can see why. When he's got jets like that to turn on the jets and just smoke people, those angles are just erased. You can see. That's why you get this guy the football as much as you can.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne. When they got into the second level, you just held your breath because you thought there was a chance they could break it off for a touchdown. This guy has that same dynamic playmaking ability.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Flips it out in the flat. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Clemson jumps to the line. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run the option. The pitch. That might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And it's right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Number 81, set to kick off.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to...
And the pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And quarterback, dropping back, understanding, I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Wants to throw, it's Simmons. Got the back over the middle. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, it puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Got it, looking for a first. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you've got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. To the air. It's Simmons. Coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Setting up the screen. Got room at the 35. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
He makes the grab. That defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Clemson.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you see the dagger concept so much in pro football, in college football, and they're trying to run a guy deep to take that safety with him, pull him out of the way, and then kind of throw it right underneath that vacated area where he's at. Unsuccessfully, but that's what they were trying to accomplish on that play.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the defense gets to the quarterback. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's going to pass on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. You can't do that. An illegal forward pass will cost the offense 5 yards. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. start the second half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he breaks into the open. The 40. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Looking to throw on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Quarterback checking off. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it, using the quick game. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Try to get it on the ground. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
He wants to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. They're going to open this drive with a pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Working the middle, it's complete. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line.
Wolverines will take over 1st and 10.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The touchdown drive cut the deficit last time they had it, forced the punt, now a chance to really make this a football game.
And I think if you're the offensive coordinator here, you're revisiting that last drive and asking yourself, okay, what did I call? What worked? What can I keep dialing up so we can keep scoring?
Dang right, because you got the momentum. You're back in this football game. Everything is going your way. Your defense just contributed, so that lead they had, just keep chipping away, and who knows what will happen.
Now the play fake. Fires to the big fella. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. The give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. They're bringing heat. Quarterback now breaking the field. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd down, going up top. Gets it out fast. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Michigan. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're lining up to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He wants to throw here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Morton. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful a reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Feeling some heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
On second down, he'll let it fly. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Clemson 31, Michigan 21.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds his back in the middle. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Quick tempo here for the offense.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. And the Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Quick pass on the fly motion. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverines! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? You can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back, keep that momentum going.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He'll come out throwing on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast to force the incompletion.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Looking for his man. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They'll try the right side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Wolverines in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. At the 35, he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Clemson.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped sometimes.
And they got him for the sack.
And this has been the story of the night. The offensive line getting beat up. And this is why this team is losing. You got to protect your quarterback. This defense has had a field day with their 5th sack of the game.
Looking to scramble. Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. quick release by the QB. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page.
And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land. On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. The Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. Across the 25, he's got room. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Oh, picked off. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. And as we get later in this game, Jesse, you want to keep moving the ball and being aggressive, but don't turn the thing over.
So how about getting the running game going right here, David, on this drive? Let those big fellas up front get some push, bleed the clock, move the chains.
Yeah, no need to get greedy. I know the passing stats and you want to score, but you're right. The clock right now is your friend with a 2-possession lead.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. All kinds of running room. Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to sock this game away.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense. Defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
These defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's up to 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Running through contact. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Fires to the right. And the timing just a hair off.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback will audible. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak?
He'll take the deep shot. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it